Hello all, welcome to the YAT Maximo demo. Today I would like to show our automation testing tool for Maximo that runs from a spreadsheet. Before going to the tool demo, let me introduce about Yodhak first. We Yodhak are a Florida-based IT firm and we also support Maximo customers. The Maximo customers and users know how much time consuming it is to test whenever we apply a new patch, if we've been through any upgrade, the implementation, and if we need to change something in the Maximo. Also, it may require dozens and even hundreds of regression tests to verify and validate the new functionality as well as the existing. Okay, now let's move ahead. What is YAT Maximo? Yodhak automation testing for Maximo. It's a world's first automation testing frame for IBM MAXIMO that runs from a spreadsheet. YAT Maximo has been developed by an expert team with an extensive understanding of Maximo and asset management. We have created a predefined functions where users can change the values from the Excel sheet and run the automated test cases with no scripting and coding experience. Now these predefined functions reads the information from Excel sheet and creates the records in Maximo. YAT Maximo has a built-in logs and reports feature. It also alerts us through emails on test cases, whether it's success or a failure. It also supports all the desktops and mobile browsers. Extended features. It records and playback on all the browsers available in the market. It also has an inbuilt report capacity. Now comes the main feature of the YAT Maximo, parallel playback function that supports multiple instances of a browser running the tests simultaneously, and it distributes the tests across several machines, where when you have more test cases, like somewhere around 2000 to 3000, you can distribute them across several machines as in a primary and slave, and then you can run all these simultaneously. Next, for the developers, we have something called as script editor, which will allow them to create their own new functions very easily. It also has a capacity to take the snapshots of all the failure test cases, where you can go back and then look at the screenshot where there's been a failure. Also, we can go ahead with the logs comparison side by side. It also supports the Active Directory authentication. Now, let's go ahead with the test cases. Here we are. Hope you have observed the screenshot. It absolutely looks like a manual test case where users will populate the required data to test with Maximo, and rest of the things, YAT Maximo will execute the test cases by using this data and publish the test results. Now this approach will help the business analyst or the business owner to run the tests without writing a single line of a code. Now these tests also talk mostly in the language of business, also called as domain-specific language, and hide away all the implementation details of clicking buttons and populating the text boxes. Let's go ahead and then see the create work order. Now as you see in the Excel sheet, the YAT Maximo reads all the information from this Excel sheet and creates a work order by using the simple data. We can add and modify all the values depending upon their customer requirement. Let's go ahead with the test case 2. Work order status change. Here, as you see in the screenshot, we have multiple status available as in a drop-down list. Also, we can modify these status according to the business requirement. As we go through the work order status, you can easily choose whether it's been approved, complete, or in progress, or waiting on the material, depending upon the case. And then it will be very easy to just change the status. Okay, let's go ahead with the test case 3. Here we can see it's about the entering a log. Yes, after creating a work order, we need to log the information and then have some description to it. So this is where it shows about that information. Let's go ahead with the test case 4. This is very much important, like as in a failure reporting. The YAT Maximo captures and reads the failure code with the system date from the Excel sheet, as you can see in the screenshot which is being shared. Now let's go ahead and see how these test cases have been executed in the demo. Here we are with the demo. Now these are the test cases. Like we discussed, it's a create new work order. We go down. Now this is the work order status change, and then you have the create a log, that is entering the log, and then we have the report failure. Just look at the values which have been populated over here. Now we are using MX login to enter the credentials. Now we use this spreadsheet through which we pass all the values required in the work order application and the Maximo. Now let's go ahead and see the demo. Now here let me choose the browser. Here we can see we have like 4. As I said, it supports all the browsers. Let's go ahead with the Chrome, as it's being widely used. Now we can see towards the right side it says it's running on Chrome. It's a small populated status. Each time when it runs, when it fails, when it's success, we get a notification like this towards the right. And then we have just seen the Max admin credentials have been logged in. The application waits for it to load completely, and then it continues to go ahead with the process. As you have seen, it went to the go to and it went to the work order application. It creates a new work order. See the values that's been populated. The record has been saved. Now this is the test case 2, where it goes to the approval. The status has been changed successfully. There's been a log entry now. The test case 3, and this is the 4th test case. It picks the failure codes. And now here we need to wait for the notification. Yes, it says success on Chrome. Now let's go ahead and see the result in the logs. Now this is where we have ran. Let me look at this. It says success, and here we can see it's create new work order. It's been successful. This has been successful. Status change, and then the create a log entry, that's been successful. So we can see everything under this. Now let me show you if something fails, how does it look like. Let's go to the logs and then see something like this. Yes, here we see that the test case has been a failure. So I just made an entry, like I changed the password as in a wrong password, and then I see that at the create new work order it's been captured as this. If you able to notice here, this is the username and this is the password which I gave it as wrong, and then this has been captured, the screenshot, like we discussed. So this is all about the demo, and let's go ahead with the next videos and classes, and I can explain you much more better. Yep. Thank you so much for watching.